This internship, IoT-based home automation system project. And first of all, thank you to give me opportunity for Emertxe. And let's introduction and about this internship. About internship. In this internship is based on IoT home automation using Blink IoT Cloud. The main aim of this project to make the students get exposure to what IoT is and various application of the IoT. Initially, the internship starts introduction to C and C++ programming, and then we learned a briefing about embedded systems, and then it's finally about IoT and implemented small basic projects, and then the final project. The final project in this internship is implemented using Arduino IDE and Pixel Lab simulator and Blink IoT mobile application is all based on IoT. Let's in this internship timeline of the internship. Day one it is gives introduction of the C and topics covered by introduction data types and number systems, data representation and modifiers. And the side content, the C is developed by Dennis Ritchie, 1972, Bell Labs. It is a general purposes and procedural program language. It is a foundation of for C++ and Java and Python etc. And data types. The primary it is used in int, float, char, double, and void is derived by array pointer structure union and user defined is enum type def number systems and binary base to octal base 8 decimal base 10 and this hexadecimal base 16. Like example, decimal is 10 binary and 101 binary and 1101 decimal. It is representation by 13 data representation bits and bytes. One byte is equal to 8 bits and memory storage of signed and unsigned numbers and modifiers short, long, signed, unsigned. In this internship, day two is covered by control statements, topics, sign modifiers, if else, switch case, loops, and sign modifiers, signed, unsigned variables, decision making, if else, else if nested if, and switch syntax and flow diagrams. And also covered by loop structures for while, do while, infinite loops, and loop controls variables. Example like factorial using for loop and UN or and patterns and also and day three it is covered by operators arrays and jumping statements topics are will be was covered by in this internship like arrays operators jumping statements and the statements like break continue go to return and operators like arithmetics logical rational and assignment ternary operator bitwise operator overflow and under overflow concept arrays like one dimensional two-dimensional example sum of the array elements likewise. Let's move on. In this, the four is covered by functions and pointers, functions definition, declaration and calling the function arguments and return types, call by value and call by reference, pointers. Okay. Definition, variable storing address of another variable syntax like int, RPTR, dereferencing operator and address operator. Let's move on. Deva is covered by advanced pointers, endless and little endian versus big endian byte order and by reference. Using pointers to modify actual arguments passing arrays to functions. Example function to calculate average returning arrays using statics local arrays on dynamics memory allocation. In this basics covered by pointer types and memory statements pointer types, null pointer and syntax like int star ptr is equal to null and wild pointer and uninitialized pointer, constant pointer int star constant p is equal to 8xi and string in C and declaring strings and gets puts and string dot h functions memory segments like code stack heap and data statics and global text ECT. D7 is covered by storage classes and preprocessor directives and storage classes like auto register statics and external preprocessor and directives. Hash include hash define, hash if and def, and hash if def macro and definition and conditional compilation. Let's move on there. In day 8, it was covered by C++ and introduction of the C++ developed by Brichani Tostu and it is a multi-paradigm procedure plus object-oriented process is it is a function centric and data insecure. And in skill set, it is a object centric and data encapsulated C versus C++ comparison classes and object syntax of the class creating objects and accessing member accesses and specifiers public private and protected. Constructor special function and to initialize object default parameterizer and constructors. It was covered by day 9, sorry, and advanced concept and like destructor automatically invoked on object detailation of pillars of object oriented form, encapsulation data hiding using classes, abstraction showing the essential features only, inheritance code reuse mechanism single multiple and multi-level hierarchical and hybrid. These are types of inheritance. Polymorphism means that is many forms compile time in any time. Runtime and runtime is means function overriding and virtual functions. Let's let's go by timeline of the internship project part. In this project, there are uses Arduino ID, Pixel Lab, and Blink app. These are combination of the in this project. It is lots of helps to build a project, and it is covered by IoT home automation project. Let's project part. It is covered by in this internship. Uh, uh, Day one is IoT recording day one. Okay. Project requirements identify project goals. It is likely it is used in a smart home and sensor automation. Example like it is control the blink. It is control the LED light and also fan and refrigerator and so on. It is required two components like Arduino board, sensor, jumper wires, and uh, power source, and circuit planning and block diagram. And it was in day two. It was covered by introduction of the IoT. What is actually what is components are required. Uh, how many sensors are required? Which sensors are also important and what sensor are important and what is the functions and what what is the features of sensor and also is covered in the day two. Sensors and actuators and it is was also covered in the session and how to connect to the IoT how to connect to the Blink app to Arduino and Pixel Lab also it is covered in the day two and the data processing in real life examples like smart home, smart irrigation, and you used to smart homes in like LED and fans. So in day three, it was covered by introduction of the embedded system. Embedded system is nothing but it is a combination of hardware to for specify functions, a microcontroller versus microprocessor. It is Arduino architecture or day 4, it was covered by LED interface circuit diagram of the LED with this Arduino code example. Blink LED using digital pins and LED functions. And day 5 is TLCD interface 16 to 2. 16 is nothing but it is a rows and 2 is column LCD working on the principle in a configuration RX read serial and read write encoding and digital pin 0 to 7 and LCD initialization and data display code. In day 6, it is covered by temperature sensor introduction of the LM35 or DST11 reading analog and digital data display sensor output and serial monitor or LCD. Day 7 is analog right and pulse width modulation is concept using the analog right and invalid application like speed control, negative brightness. So let's move on. In day Day 10. September 20 and 26, it is a final project part. It was used to in the serial time using the serial communication. And it is controlled by the water. It was controlled by in the project water level sensor integration and displaying level of data over serial monitor. And October 7 is Blink app integration over of the Blink IoT platform steps. Install of the Blink app, create the project, and get within token and the code integration with Arduino IDE controlling device via mobile. Let's introduction of the C programming, introduction to object-oriented C++ programming, introduction to IoT and embedded system. Arduino IDE and Pixel Lab simulate a small project required for final project, and three parts. First, in LED controlling using LDR and interfacing LCD, ICT, and the third one is link IoT integration interfacing the serial time. And the fundamental use of the C and it is application number of systems and data types and conditional statements operators and array pointers functions. Today's classes various macros, header files, and preprocessor. Lots of. Let's move on. Topics covered related to IoT introduction of to IoT. IoT is architecture and it is application of the embedded system, Arduino IDE, and Pixel Lab simulator. Working of LED and LC, LDR basic program and controlling LED and using LDR about CLCD, and it is working and the program to interface CLCD basic program related to temperature control introduction and Blink IoT application. Basic program using Blink IoT application, basic program related to serial remote tank final project implementation. Next, introduction of the Internet of Things. IoT is a network of the physical objects, things embedded with its sensor software and other technologies that connect to the exchange the data with the other device and the system over the internet. Uh, Internet application of the IoT. Uh, Smart home automation like as is controlled via phone, and smart agriculture monitoring soil moisture and automatic irrigation, healthcare, patient with monitoring system, industrial IoT, predictive maintenance of the machines, smart cities, smart traffic and waste management. It's introduction of the embedded system. And embedded system is microcontroller based on a system designed to perform a specific dedicated task. Example, washing machine, ATM, smartwatch, airbag system router. Components like hardware, microcontroller, memory, sensor, actuators, and input-output port software, embedded firmware, and RTOS application code characters. Task specific operation real-time performance, low power and low cost, compact and renewable. Types, small scale, medium scale, and complex, and so on. Let's go to project part. Uh, Open the Arduino. This is part of the coding part, it is covered by in this project, and summation is covered, covered, and serial time. So temperature, serial time, temperature dot h, and so on. Hello. 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 It's introduction of the into load Excel file in the Excel home automation of links IoT control. It is open in open and open and some video is clear. This is species problem, and to open the Excel file, then is project is executed, and this is Pixel Lab, and goes to the Pixel Lab, and this is display that T is equal to temperature like 22.34, and glaze is good 3000, and this is light is on, and green light and yellow light is on, and this is LDR and LCD, and temperature and cooler, and this is LCD bar, and V is equal to 3000 delay, and it is display. Uh, yeah, it will control the LDR in the template, temperature like LDR in, and LED, and this is part of uh, LDR code, and it is controlled, then is it 22.29.3, it is shown in the LCD. Okay, T is equal to, it is automatically changed when you change it in the in your mobile, then you automatically change it in the LCD. It is connected Blink IoT and Pixel IoT, both are connected together, and both are connected to uh, both are connected to R based H2 IoT. It is a serial tank. The tank is full up. Water level is full, and then is increase on is temperature is increases. Okay, like 32, 32, 71. 60, 69, 34, 32, and so on, and 35.16. So that was mm, this display on this 32 degree and so on. This is our project. It is so like off on. Okay, on the project on. Okay, cooler is on. Okay, temperature will be in decrease. Okay, like 21, 32. Uh, automatically decrease the temperature. Like off. Okay, the temperature will be constant. Like 22, 1, 10, 27.31. So this is our final project, and uh, so